Hey YouTube, I'm Peggy Lu Who, and this is my channel Peggy Lu Who Reads, or Peggy Lu Who Reads. Welcome if you are new here, welcome back if you are not. I always like to start out my videos by giving a big shout out to my subscribers, all 43 of you as of recording this right now. And of course, I always want to give a special shout out to my supreme subscriber and #1 fan, Chechmamo. So this is going to be a TBR for the end of the year. So last TBR that I did was sort of a fall TBR, and I had some categories of different books that I was wanting to read, and I did pretty well with that, except that I got a little bit off track because I decided to do a couple of buddy reads or book club type things. So I actually have 3 books from that list that I haven't finished yet. So I'm actually going to put these 3 books kind of on hold because, because it's coming up to the end of the year. And I had set the goal for myself that I was going to reread all of the books on my favorite bookshelf by the end of the year. And so I'm going to focus on those. So in the meantime, I'm putting Half Sick of Shadows on the back burner, which I haven't started yet. And From Here to Eternity, I'm also putting on the back burner, which I haven't started yet. I have started The Mort the Author, but I am also going to put this on the back burner. And with that in mind, I'm going to go through the books that are on my TBR for the end of this year to hopefully get done before the drop of the ball on the 31st of January so that I can complete my challenge that I set for myself. So, of course, I had included this on the last TBR, which is the collected poems of Dylan Thomas, and I'm about halfway through right now, so making good progress. Should be able to finish this by the end of the year. Then the next 2 are 2 that I hadn't mentioned yet. So the first one will be a nonfiction, which is Yes Man by Danny Wallace. So Danny Wallace is sort of like a comedy memoir type writer. Most of his books start out with like some sort of premise, and it's usually some sort of project or experiment that he goes on and writes about. So Yes Man is the story about how he, after going through a breakup, had sort of become a little bit of a shut-in who didn't really go out and took every opportunity to make excuses not to see his friends or do anything outside of his own little happy cave, his own little happy hobbit hole in London. And one day has a chance encounter with a stranger on a bus, and the stranger says to him, you know, you just need to say yes more. And so Daniel Wallace decides to, for a period of time, say yes to every opportunity, every invitation, say yes to everything. If this sounds vaguely familiar to you, it's because there is an adaptation that was done, although adaptation is sort of a misnomer. They basically took just the title and a very rough outline of the basic premise and then turned it into a wacky, zany Jim Carrey movie set in LA, as opposed to following this charming bloke around London. So planning on hoping to finish this by the end of the month as well. And then I've saved the last for last. I've saved the best. I've saved the last for last. I've saved the best for last in that I am going to also reread my favorite book of all time, which is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. And this book is really a sort of polarizing book on booktube. You either love this book or you hate this book, and I love this book. I've reread this like about 4 times, I think, so I'm looking forward to rereading it again, and looking forward to wrapping up the end of the year with my favorite book of all time. So I also have a couple books from the library that I'm not going to list, but I'm also obviously going to try and read those as well. I am sort of off work from my day job between the 24th and the 31st, and so I am hoping to get a lot of reading done during that time. Also, I have been doing a lot of recording of videos that I haven't actually been editing and uploading to YouTube. So I'm working through that backlog now, and hopefully we'll be posting quite a few videos for the end of the year. I also have plans to sort of do, well, I have plans for a wrap-up video for November, and I have plans for a sort of setting up my 2022 goals and what I want to do for this channel. And I also have some other fun stuff in the pipeline. And so what I'm saying to you is that you should stay tuned. And I know that I haven't been posting very many videos. In fact, I think it's been about a month since I posted a video. But it's just really about trying to find the balance between recording, editing, and reading. Obviously, if I don't have enough time to read, then I don't have any content to make. So things that you can look forward to coming up. I did a bookshelf tour and unhaul, and I think I'm going to split that up into multiple parts because it's probably just a way too long of a video for just a single sit down and watch. So that's all recorded. I just have to edit that. And hopefully that'll be interesting. And then, like I said, I have a couple more that I'm planning on recording through the end of the year and editing and setting up to spread out. I have a couple more unboxings. I am trying to spread these out, edit them ahead of time and just spread them out so that way there's lots of content. And, you know, especially if over the holidays you find yourself with your family and you want to tune out your racist uncle or something like that and watch booktube, hopefully me doing this will help you to have plenty of stuff to watch. And so I look forward to sharing the holidays with you. And yeah, this is a short but sweet one, but that's my TBR for the rest of the year. There's only a few weeks left, and so and if I do manage to finish all of these before the end of the month, like I said, I do have these on the back burner, the Half Sick of Shadows and From Here to Eternity, and the Mort author. So I will circle back to those once I get through the favorite bookshelf list. That's it for now. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. If you have any suggestions, leave those below. If you want to tell me about your funniest racist uncle story over the holidays, leave that below. And until next time, read well.